Hi there. Thank you for taking the time to join our virtual product launch. For those of you new to Mosaic manufacturing, we originally created our palette line of products as a drop-in solution for 3D printing with multiple materials. Over the past few years, palette has grown to become the most popular solution on the market for multi-material printing and material automation. As the 3D printing industry has evolved, we've seen an overwhelming demand for higher volume applications that leverage our automation technologies. Today, we're launching an entirely new generation of products to push the boundaries on what 3D printing means and how 3D printing can be applied to the next generation of product development and manufacturing. Our new product line includes the next generation of our palette technology, Element, our line of professional and high temperature 3D printers, and Array, our automated 3D printing platform. We're going to kick today off, starting where it all began, with our latest generation of palette. Let's take a look. After 3 generations of palette technology, Palette 3 and Palette 3 Pro represent a major leap forward in multi-material 3D printing. Our focus has always been on 2 aspects, user experience and reliability. With Palette 3, our team spent years on R&D, figuring out the best ways to expand its capabilities and remove any of the pain points users have encountered in the past. For the first time, we're expanding your ability to print beyond 4 materials, with Palette 3 Pro enabling 8 material printing on any 3D printer. This meant redesigning many of the core systems to improve reliability when working with different materials. The Palette 3 family of products has undergone thousands of hours of endurance testing to ensure it will always perform the way you need it to. Palette 3 has a tighter integration with your 3D printer, an ability to work alongside our software platform Canvas, finally allowing you to access a simple, intuitive, and modern 3D printing workflow. Our team has been hard at work to bring this experience beyond palette. For years, we've seen a disparity between what users want out of their 3D printers and what they have access to. Versatile output and industrial reliability have never been accessible before. Our Element 3D printer line changes that. Let's take a look. Element HT allows for the printing of high-strength materials at an accessible price. For decades, these materials have been limited to printers that can cost hundreds of thousands of dollars. Now, they're available to anyone. Leveraging our pallet technology, the Element product line gives you access to up to 8 materials in a single print, and the ability to automatically manage the switching of materials between your prints. Our Element product line's large build volume, modular hot end, and intuitive workflows means you will spend more time printing and less time testing and tuning your profiles. One of our early customers at Rockmass Technologies were able to explore the benefits of Element printers and what they could bring to their prototyping and production workflows. Let's take a look.
Rockmass develops the Axis Mapper platform, which is a data acquisition system for the mining and infrastructure spaces to make mining ultimately safer and more efficient. My name is Matt Gubasta. I'm one of the co-founders of Rockmass Technologies. The Axis Mapper is a hardware and software platform. It required a huge amount of iteration and rapid prototyping, especially in the early days. And over the course of about 3 years, we developed what would be the first commercial version of the Axis Mapper. Throughout the iteration process of developing the Axis Mapper, we considered CNCing, 3D printing, and cast urethane. All of these were considered for both prototyping as well as production. For 3D printing, I'd say one of the biggest areas that it served as an advantage for and looking at was the rapid prototyping. So by not having to buy kind of off-the-shelf components and pieces, we were able to do faster testing and switching out of different designs. These days, we're building our next generation Axis Mapper enclosure using 3D printing. And in addition to that, we're using 3D printing to create some of the pieces that will ultimately hold the sensors that are mounted within our enclosure. One of the things that our team is most excited about with Element is the fact that it allows us to use materials in-house that we never would have been able to consider beforehand. It allows us to actually represent the end feel and look of what our product will be while we're still in the prototyping phases, which is incredibly unique and something new for our design team. This is the first time that we've been able to print the entire enclosure of the Axis Mapper system in-house, and that's allowed us a lot more versatility. And this allows our entire team to collaborate no matter where they are, and everyone can have an individual profile, and we no longer have to worry about whether or not we gave the right USB to another person to plug into the 3D printer. Everything is on the cloud and available whenever we need it. From a management perspective, one of the things I'm most excited about is our team is using Element not only to print and prototype, but we're also able to increase the rate of development of our next generation Axis Mapper system. Looking forward, Rockmass wants to continually develop new and intuitive tools for the mining and infrastructure spaces to be the cutting edge provider of data acquisition tools in the market. And ultimately, Element and Pallet will be part of our design ecosystem so that we can provide the best possible tools to our customers.
For decades, 3D printing has been limited to low volume applications. The inefficient and manual process has been holding the industry back. That all changes today. Introducing Array, our automated 3D printing platform.
For years, Mosaic has worked with organizations to help automate their 3D printing operations. Our palette line of products became a cornerstone of many high-volume applications, but time and time again, we saw new opportunities for high-volume 3D printing fail to get liftoff. This happened for two main reasons. Firstly, cost per part was too high, and secondly, 3D printing was never built to scale. Our final product, Array, changes that. For any organization with a cluster of printers, Array will be your new best friend, boosting productivity and taking the burden of printing off your hands. Inside of Array are a few core technologies that bring this functionality to life. Array includes 4 separate element 3D printers, each with a heated build chamber and the ability to print a wide variety of materials, including ABS, nylon, PEEK, and even Ultem. Array also features an automated robotic system, which allows each element printer to run continuously. This means that when your print finishes, Array will automatically remove the finished print and start a new one. This automation, paired with Mosaic's material management system in Palette X, means you can print hundreds of parts without ever interacting with the machine. Paired with our Canvas Array software, one operator will be able to run the equivalent of 250 3D printers, helping drive the cost per part down by up to 95% when compared to traditional systems. Array is a first-of-its-kind solution for businesses looking to scale up their 3D printing operations. A great example would be to look at the story of Athletic Knit, leaders in the sports apparel industry. Let's see what they had to say.
Athletic Knit, we are a sports apparel manufacturing business. We have over 250 employees, over 1 million jerseys a year. We just love sports, so everything we do is about sports. Hockey's our main sport, so that's the majority of our business. We really pride ourselves in our quality, our service, and what we can do for our customers, and really just working with our customers to get better. I think we live in an Amazon world. Amazon has created the monster that everything needs to be same day, next day, as fast as possible. So when you look at it, I think that goes with jerseys as well. People can't understand why a custom jersey that's fully decorated is 4 weeks. So to adjust to the marketplace, we started looking at trying to get faster. And that's where one of the solutions that we came up with was 3D printing. So I think with embroidery, it's an amazing process. It makes a jersey look incredible. One of the problems with embroidery is you need a ton of machinery. So each machine can only do so much. To keep costs down, one of the things we've done is begin importing patches, but there's a lag time between getting them from China. Part of your delivery time is based on how fast it is to get here, which we think with 3D printing, a lot of those steps could disappear. When I personally thought of 3D printing, I really thought of plastic. The more I've learned it, the ability of what 3D printing can do to match what twill looks like, it's unbelievable, right? Like we've now created a product that almost looks the same as twill. I think for a business our size, just one-off printers becomes very challenging. Every time you have to set things up and have a person running it, it's just added cost. With Array, the great thing is once you get it set up and you have so many printers running at once that it speeds up your process so much, and it's one person, one spot, one system that really can print almost anything you can imagine in a really short period of time. With the filament and material with 3D printing, it allows us to customize things way easier. What it also allows us to do is on individual orders, such as a custom number or a custom name or even a custom logo, it just allows us to do smaller batches easier. I think cost is always a factor in everything. It's great to be a revolutionary in anything, but if the cost becomes too high, it becomes useless. So for us, that was one of the key factors. And what we found is we can get our costing pretty much in line. And for things like custom, it becomes unbelievable. I think as a jersey manufacturer, the truth is we're not 3D printers. So as you're learning new materials and as you're learning how to do things, getting the help of experts is what's needed. So for us, Mosaic Solutions was amazing. Mosaic Solutions helped structure it, test it, and they turned something that was really thick and plastic looking into something that basically looked like the material we were looking for and is getting closer to making it a viable product that we're going to launch to market. I think being able to get faster will definitely be one of our big goals over the next decade. And the more that we can come up with unique solutions like the Array, the more that dream becomes a reality.
Array, Element, and our palette line of products represent an incredible leap forward and open up new pathways for the future of additive manufacturing. At Mosaic, we will continue pushing the boundaries of this incredible technology into new industries and applications. If you have an application that you believe is a good fit for Array, please connect with our applications engineering team at the link in the description. And to learn more about the rest of our product line, including our Mosaic materials and Canvas software, please head over to our website. And with that, we're at the conclusion of our launch event. Thank you all very much for taking the time to join us.